Hi, I'm James, and in this video I'm taking a look at our brand new Dell Inspiron 15 3593 laptop, and we are going to be upgrading the various components within this laptop. And this is a new machine, so hasn't been opened up before, and we're just going to start off by going around and releasing all the screws in the base of it. Unlike a lot of these machines, this particular model has a DVD drive, so we are going to start off by removing that. So this screw here, and possibly this one here as well, attach the DVD drive, and then with those removed we can just slot the drive out, and then underneath it there are two additional screws. Obviously if you have a version of the machine without the DVD drive, these screws will not be here. There may be an additional chassis screw. However, it's fairly self-explanatory to go around the base and remove all the screws that you can see. And what I'm doing is at the top here, as I take them out, I'm just laying them out because there are some different length screws used. So we can see those ones in the top corner and for the DVD drive are slightly longer than the ones used here. These two corner ones appear to be captive, as I can't lift those out. So this machine is one of the few laptops currently available in the UK featuring the Intel Ice Lake chips, so the true 10th generation Core i3 and i5 and i7 processors. This particular machine is one of the i3 chips, so it is a dual core. There's an interesting division at the moment where you have the old 14nm 10th generation chips, which are up to 6 cores, and then a smaller core count on the 10nm ones, I guess, to kind of help yields and so on at the moment. So if we can get this screw out, or we'll just do it when we tip it. Okay, maybe a captive one there as well, and those two back corner ones definitely are. So with those screws removed, we want to now flip the laptop over, and we have a nice new pry tool, and the service manual says to start at the back corner, which seems a little weird to me, but we are going to do as it instructs, and it does not really want to move anywhere, so I'm going to start at the front as I normally would. So what we're going to do is just gently press this in straight down to push out the base panel, and in doing so just separate out so as we work our way around there, you can see we're just releasing the clips. You don't want to apply too much force, you just want to sort of press down so that you can hear those separate out. And with as much of that done as possible, we will now close the laptop back over, turn it back over, and then gently just lift that base panel up towards the back of the machine and off. Now that we're inside the machine, obviously the first thing we should do before proceeding any further is we are going to find the connector here for the battery, and we are just going to, so a little hard to see here, but we want to push this on each side just to pull this connector out of the battery socket. So to remove the fan, we have 3 screws holding it in place. with those then removed, we can, being careful just to unthread this cable. Lift the fan up. This then gives us access to the cooler if we need to remove dust, or if we need to replace the fan completely, we can simply pull its connector out and remove the fan. We can then refit it by reconnecting, and do always remember to reconnect it, because I know from experience there's nothing more annoying than putting a whole laptop back together and realising you didn't plug the fan back in. So we are going to screw that back into place. And thread what I believe is the screen connector back in to its routing along the side of the fan. This may have been easier to do while it was removed, but pop that back into place, and that's looking at how to remove the fan. So all that's left to do now is to reassemble the machine. So we want to take our battery connector, and because we have finished making changes, plug it back in. So slot that back in. Sorry, I realised I was blocking the lens as I did that. And then we want to take the base panel and put that into place, flip things back over, and then press the two panels together so that we can hear everything just clicking back. Into place. And in doing so, this should all be, fit should be and finish, especially using a plastic pry tool. Do not use metal tools because they will mark up the plastic quite badly. But having done that, we can now close things back over. Obviously, with this kind of work, you are technically voiding your warranty, particularly if you're fitting upgraded parts or non-genuine parts. However, going through and doing this, there are really no warranty stickers or seals that are broken in this process. So as long as you take care and you use plastic tools which aren't going to mark the chassis in obvious ways, and basic precautions to avoid damage, you will probably get away with it in that regard. Obviously, if Dell say work out that the machine has been tampered with and refuse, that is at your own risk. However, for basic work like this and returning it to standard afterwards, we can get in and out of this without breaking any seals and without any obvious signs of entry on this sort of design. I hope you found this video useful. Do be sure to let me know any questions or comments you have. I will be doing some performance testing of this laptop as well. And yeah, let me know any questions. Hit subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. Like this video because it does help us a huge amount in doing so. And yeah, really just thanks for watching, and I hope we've been of some help.